we have Marco Fuentes.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Fuentes. Thank you. I currently sit as your VP of Finance for the Associated Students. This is my second year on the board. My first year on the board, I sat as your rep at large. And I progressed my way up the board to VP of Finance to really be fully acquainted with the student experience. The whole purpose I got into ASI was basically the students' concerns and the fact that they need to voice their concerns. The main difference that distinguishes me from the other candidates, I believe, is that I have empathy. I can empathize with every single one of you because I'm thinking of a student, I'm thinking like a student, I'm not thinking like a politician. I'm actually, my ideas are deriving from my experience that relates to you guys, which is being the student, voicing your concerns, making sure you get everything out of your money. And being that I'm the VP of Finance, I've seen a lot of the money go to us from tuition, and a lot of people don't really get the resources they need from that tuition, or they don't know about it or necessarily know where it goes. Now I'm here to make sure that with the synergy, we retain most of that student revenue and student money that we're going to have within the synergy. Being close to the budget, I believe I'm the best candidate to make sure the future of this organization is within the students' hand and everything is retained for the students and they keep what's rightfully theirs. So for me, I'm just one of you guys, just like you guys with the most experience, ready to represent you to the fullest. And I'm not going to let anything get in the way between that because I'm just like you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions for Marco? Yeah.
Yes, Marco. So an important aspect of being president is working with and collaboratively, especially with the university. And so as president, how do you think you're going to be able to work with the university in an effective and collaborative manner?
Okay. So being that the synergy is already in place, the way I want to work with them collectively is the way I think of it is a partnership with the university. They are coming in and acquiring most of the things that the students have control of, which is okay. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that we're in a partnership together, that the students are actually getting what their voices are concerned on that level. So what I mean by that is if we're going to work with the university, I want to make sure there's enough space for student input to work collaboratively with the university and decisions that they make that affect the whole student population. So I want to get a lot of students on the committees that work with the university, and I want to make sure that all the students are on the same page when it comes to making decisions with the university, instead of us making decisions on our own. Thank you.
I'll ask the question. Hi, Marco. Nice to see you. I had a question, since you've mentioned multiple times about voices and concerns, and since you're currently in a position, what are some main matters that the students are currently facing?
Okay, well, one earlier this year was a taser incident. President Wong came with the implementation of the tasers, and a lot of students didn't like that. So a lot of them lobbied around, they protested around, and then they organized enough to come up with a resolution that dismantled the implementation of the synergy. So with that being said, the team of the tasers came to the ASI boards to voice their concerns, so we actually can stamp the approval of the resolution and send it to the president, which is why we're here as an organization. We're supposed to be that outlet for you guys to come and voice anything you need so we can relay it to the president. That's what we're here for, and that's what I mean by voicing the concerns. And aside from that, with the synergy, a lot of people are voicing their concerns regarding the synergy. And the board only allows minimal time to discuss that, let alone leave public comment to discuss it even further. So what I want to do is to allow more time for students to come to discuss these issues because it's affecting them directly and it's going to affect them the most, like Miguel said, this is the most pivotal point in SF State with the merger. And it's going to affect students and their tuition the most it's ever been before. So I want to allow them the time to actually voice those type of concerns on the board level.
Okay. Thank you, Marco. My question is more about advocacy and how you've been able to, over the last year that you've been the VP of Finance, advocate for student interests and ask for more resources, maybe at the Capitol or beyond San Francisco State. Can you speak to any experience that you've had with that?
Well, experiencing lobbying at the Capitol, I only attended one CSSA meeting to get fully acquainted with that. But aside from there, before I think I can take it to the board level or before to the state level, we need to make sure we have a strong platform at the student level. So what I've done around campus to advocate for student rights was to meet up with a lot of student orgs and to really find out what they want and what their concerns are. being I'm the VP of Finance, I meet with all the student organizations that come and ask for money. So I get fully acquainted with every org on this campus, as I know the majority of the orgs on this campus, and I personally know most of their leaders that run them. And with that being said, I like to allow them to voice their concerns and voice their needs at the finance committee. And at the president level, I want to allow more student polls, more student input, and not just avenues at the board level. I want to create avenues outside the board level, on the campus community, even outside the campus community, since we are a community school as well.
Thank you.